Well, some kind of metal in there. I don't know what kind it is. I gotta turn off the light up. This rock here, I started looking for my son's rock, but this is not it. But my token metal detector rang all over saying that was metal. It's hard to say gold. My mine lab says it's gold. So if you break any stone open and there's liquid in it, you have to get rid of it and wash your hands because it's mercury. Liquid is mercury. Yep, I don't see any gold shining out unless it's gold and silver. So we got to get it tested. So I look at the mining journal. That's where I got essayed before. Ray Grimmer, fire essay, and fast turnaround time. Yes, we're still accepting. So you get an essay and I'll tell you what kind of material that you have. I just hope that's not platinum group again. Red, yellow. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's not gold. It's more than likely silver. So that's the hunk. That's the hunk I'm going to send in to get essayed. And now I gotta look for the one where I thought it had gold in it. Oh, silver is, I'm going to say $20 an ounce. And gold, I'm going to say $2,000 an ounce. 100% gold, 100% silver. So I got to send it in, but I don't think I'll get it back quick enough to put it in before November 1st. I decided November 1st I'm going to be just like a bear, go hibernate, and up in that mountain. I came in here earlier today, and I tested this here. Sounded like it could be something. But with this Vulcan metal detector, you have to be careful. There's metal behind this metal. So I got to take that all out and check that. But right there at the end of my tip, 1/16, 2/16, you can see some red spots. I can't definitely say these came from the Rhyolite that I wanted to find where I found my son, or found where it was on my son. But I can say these two were taped together so you can carry them over your shoulder easy. And that's what I did there. And made good noise. And it looked good. This is my note I had in the bag. Lug, cross, accompany rock. Cross line rock. Lug cross. I don't know rock. I don't. Too long ago for my idiot mind. So once I get these in the crusher and get them melted and all that stuff, get it refined, it's going in to be sold. I'm not one of these people that keep my gold and gold go down and you lose it. I'd rather have it, sell it, get 10% interest every year. That's my goal. So if you're interested about the Falcon metal detector, here's where it's located. Falcon metal detector, post office box, 8353, that's MESA, Arizona, 85214. You might as well say $300. He showed me how to put a trap in. Pretend this is a tree. Here's a log. And here's a log on top of it. Log and a log on top of it. And they walked right through here. So what I did, I put a stick right here, that long one, and it stopped about right here. And I put a screw in it here, and it looked like it got caught right there, so he could walk right through here, and the deer wouldn't, bother it. And because of my camera, putting up a camera for a fish that I seen go on a log, I made it kind of pretty, up like this and across like this, and a camera up here, and it showed me raccoons. Raccoons, how many times they go on logs, and that one, and other logs they go on. So their ears are a little bit closer to the ground than ours, and we don't like walking in leaves, so they don't like walking in leaves. And so many other ones. So what you do is get the leaves out there, probably 100 feet on each side, especially on a hill that's going down like this. So the predators can walk the edge of that ridge or hill, look down, see if there's anything down there that they can eat, then they go from there. And if you are a deer hunter and a caller for predators, this trick might help you when you are going somewhere. If you're next to a fence, just ping on that fence, making a noise like a deer or something got caught in it. Or you can break a stick like this. A lot of times a deer will come out, and if you use a fawn blat, a lot of times the deer will come out before you can pick up your rifle because you put it down and break a stick or something. And I had one using a fawn blat by itself. I had one doe and fawns come out to me, and when they got close to me, they kind of looked up the hill, and when they looked up the hill, the doe stomped, pump, like that. Okay, and took off running. Then there was a 3-year-old, a buck with 3 horns, well, not 3 points. Was in the buck with 3 points was in the hearing distance of that, and he came over, and I was just ready to pull the trigger when he smelt the doe that stomped. He got a whiff of it, and he took off running. So the stomp was some kind of signal that he smelt that he didn't like, that the doe gave him. So this was my last video at November 23 that I'm putting out for this year, and I'll see you next spring. I just got my Fisher camera out. Whereas 5 or 6 years ago, I seen fishers walking down a spring, and it was in the snow, and I have to say they was looking for raccoons. And what I use for bait is chopped up liver. A chopped up liver because I read in a book that first thing the fisher does when it kills something is lick their eyes. And if you want to see other things, what I do different than other people, you can go to my first video that I put up on Century New Technologies. Here we are, again at Mother Nature Volcano. We're here on my favorite date, 22nd, for 22nd Century New Technologies. I'm here because I learned as much as from Mother Nature Volcano as I did from cold water. We'll go down the path to I'll explain that. We'll go down the path, I'll find some water. let's say you're here when it was 31 degrees outside, nice fall day, and you walked, there's little ice on that, you walked across, but you broke through. You kept on breaking through till you got the other side. So let's say when you come here hunting in a couple, 3 more days and it got a little colder, and you walked across this way and it was right on top of the ice. So you would have to say, when the water is warm, it goes to the bottom. When the water is cold, it goes on top and freezes. So water freezes, it's just the opposite of air. Hot air raises, cold air goes to the ground. And pretty quick, it would freeze all the way to the ground. Okay? Now let's say you had a glacier ice broke off and it come down and hit the water. A great big hunk, okay? So the water is warm and the iceberg is cold. So the iceberg is floating because the cold from the iceberg is making the water cold. Okay, so it's making the iceberg float. And I have to go home and explain the other part. The iceberg floats is because the iceberg is making the warm water cold and it pushes it up, has to go to the top. So you can't say the iceberg displaces more water. That's why it's floating. You can't put that in there. If they did, it's just the wrong thing, but they got it right. That's how they figured it. Let's pretend there's no covering on it. Then 31 degrees and that freezes the ice. Most everybody knows metal, when it gets hot, it expands, and when it gets cold, it contracts. The next cold thing come by, let's say 5 more degrees colder, kind of make it, come on, don't be bored. The ice is thicker, the metal on the outside squeezes, and along the edge of it, ice on it. The warm water goes into the middle of the thing, in the middle of the bucket. So it gets 5 more degrees colder. more thicker. Squeezes, the outside squeezes harder. And the water gets more inside. Then it gets 5 more degrees colder. Then you get, bam! The warm water got nowhere to go. All cold outside's all cold, and that's on the ground. Bam! It comes out. That's the warmest place, and that's the last place that it could go. So now when you see a frozen pipe, you can't blame the ice for doing it. You have to blame the metal for squeezing it out. If you watch my first movie and my third movie, you might want to be a gold digger. My first movie is called How I Found 3 Rhyolite Volcanoes. And my third movie is named St. Anne de Proprie. She is Jesus Christ's grandmother. Volcano. This is where I started out searching for gold. I used rope to try to get every inch of where that volcano is. But then I thought there's other places that I knew about that I want to try. Sorry, I can't answer your emails. I have to have time to rest and get my movies up on YouTube every day. Best place to get there is go to Century New Technology Company Incorporated on YouTube. Then go to videos, click on videos. When you're on videos, hit the oldest. I'm advertising the Civilian Conservation Corps at Wanakino, New York. It was because of them I found the first volcano in New York. Wanakino is the middle of nowhere. So they had them people there for a reason, to plant trees. Well, I brought you here to show you the Civilian Conservation Corps, CC camps. The original site, Camp S84, Company 229, Wanakino, New York. I went to the forestry school in Wanakino. So I wonder how many volcanoes that these people, only these people, put trees up because nothing could grow there. And how many in the whole United States, different kind of camps, did the same thing for volcanoes. Because they couldn't grow trees on a volcano land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 to 9. And his personnel. 1, 2, 3, 72. This plaque was placed here by the members of that camp. This 28th day of July, 1968. Just about 8 years after I came to camp here. I remember cleaning off some of this area. I remember that drinking fountain. So in the all United States, how many volcanoes were there that wouldn't let trees grow on it, and they had to hire them to plant them there? Plant trees. So if that's true, the earth was made by volcanoes.